This week, the Studio Series leader Dinobot Snarl was revealed. The Shattered Glass leader Grimlock was also revealed, and the Micro Machines Mystery Pack Wave 2 was revealed. Boy, that is a lot of reveals. I am Anthony from H&E Toys, and you're watching Transformers Weekly for the week of Sunday, February 19th, 2023. Before we begin, and if you have not done so already, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Also, do not forget to enable notifications if you wish to keep up to date on this channel's activities. Thanks! This episode of Transformers Weekly is sponsored by Transformers Weekly. There will be more in the details about them near the end of this video and in this video's description. We will be right back. In our first story, Bacon of T-Formers reports that the Studio Series The Movie 86 Leader Class Dinobot Snarl action figures official images have been released by Hasbro. In addition, pre-sales have opened for the action figure. Find it while you can. For pre-order locations, check out the link in this video's description. Thanks to comicbook.com, we now have official images for the upcoming Shattered Glass Leader Class Grimlock. Based on the coloring of Trypticon, Grimlock sports darker colors and does not release with a wheelie minifigure. Keep an eye out at retailers for the inevitable pre-order window. Thanks to Metal Uzaki, Micro Machines MX, and Fez Toys, we now have images from inside stores of the second wave of the Micro Machines Mystery Pack. The Transformers vehicles in this series include Grindor, Brawl, Ratchet, Sentinel Prime, Nemesis Prime, and Jazz. Each vehicle is part of a diorama. Diorama 4A-01 is Grindor, 4A-02 is Brawl, 5A-01 is Ratchet, 5A-02 is Sentinel Prime, 6A-01 is Nemesis Prime, and 6A-02 is Jazz. And now a word from our sponsor.
Transformers Weekly is your best source for the previous week's top Transformers news and related segments. Its staff is made up of a dedicated multinational team of reviewers. Check out Transformers Weekly today on YouTube.
I am Anthony from H&E Toys, and for this test pilot, because I need some content to fill this section, I figured I would show everybody what you see over my right shoulder when I'm doing live streams. And we're going to start in the back here with this guy right here, which is Skylynx from War for Cybertron, technically from Earthrise. My favorite G1 Transformer. My friend had both Skylynx and Omega Supreme, and we would race them. Skylynx usually always won because Omega Supreme his motors could not support that weight. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. So continuing on to his right, of course, this is Jetfire. Now I know like there's a thing about it being called Skyfire. I don't care. He was Jetfire when I was little. He's Jetfire now. I have a number of unpopular opinions according to Rivals Primal, so you know what? He's Jetfire. Don't care. Going on to his to the right now, continuing on, is a complete Legacy Menasor. I agree with Gotbot. It is basically Motor Master with the exoskeleton wearing clothes. It is, I get it, it's cartoon accurate, and cartoon is king, but I wish the bots that made up the limbs actually had more to do. Going back to the front row here, to the left, we start in front of Skylynx, and we have Beast Wars Optimus Primal, which is the original, so we're talking 1998 figure, and spectacular figure. That's when leader classes really mattered. And then to his, our right, next to him is, of course, this is Legacy, Megatron's Transmetal 2 version. And I had the Transmetal 1 version, but it had a GPS or a gold plastic syndrome, so he is basically a statue now. I had to glue him back together when he fell apart. This guy, oh, he is superb. He is my favorite figure of 2022. And next to Megatron is the Vector Sigma sphere thing, and of course the key is on top of it. It's basically filling space. When Snarl is here, he's going to go and fill that space. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with Swoop yet, because obviously there's not a lot of room on there, but you know that's what's going there. Next to him, of course, is Sludge, and on top of him is Exosuit Spike. Is one of the few I have yellowing on. One of his shoulders is actually starting to yellow. Then next to him, of course, is Grimlock, and he has that bogus wheelie on his back. Just a horrible idea all around, but whatever. And then, of course, in front of him is And again, Rodimus Prime will get on this. This is Frenzy, okay? But in the movie, he's Rumble. So go with what you want. Argue in the comments. And then finally, we have Slug, and he has Daniel in Exosuit at the top of him, and then in front of him is Studio Series Wheelie. And yeah, so you see where I'm going here. It's like all my favorites are kind of just in there, and they happen to be some of the larger figures, which makes perfect sense. What you can't see is on top of this shelf is Omega Supreme, also from the War for Cybertron. But it's just spectacular figures. Definitely all of them winners. It is now time for Toy Break, a number of smaller bits of news given in rapid-fire succession. In addition to the Shattered Glass Leader Dinobot Grimlock reveal by comicbook.com, Legacy Evolution Core Dinobot Scarr was also revealed. Scarr is a member of the Dinobots from the IDW comic book run. An Ankylosaurus, Scarr features a club-like tail and spikes along its back. They will also be an arm of the Volcanicus Combiner. Am I having deja vu? Also with the Shattered Glass Leader Dinobot Grimlock reveal by comicbook.com, a Legacy Evolution Core Dinobot Swoop was shown. Swoop, a pterodon, trying not to pronounce that P, is a classic member of the Dinobots built in the second wave with Snarl. They will also be an arm for the Volcanicus Combiner. Continuing on the pre-order front, Studio Series the movie 1986 Core Ironhide was revealed by Bacon of T-Formers. Just like with the Studio Series the movie 1986 leader Dinobot Snarl, it is available for pre-order via the link in this video's description. We here at Transformers Weekly do not endorse or support any type of theft, and thus will not be sharing the names of any toy leakers. However, confirmed as legitimate by Protoman of the Transformers Slag podcast, T-Formers has posted some images of Legacy Evolution Commander Armada, Optimus Prime, and Generation Select's Robots in Disguise 2001 Deluxe tow line. If you read the card at the beginning of this video, this is a test pilot for a new weekly Transformers news program. I would like to thank Bacon of T-Formers for helping me work out this format over the last few years. Also, thanks to Danny Dolphin, Raziel Kane, TFA 1024, and TF Addictress for the various bits of help getting this program started. In the comments, please provide any constructive criticism that you may have so that we may improve this program's format before we officially begin. Thank you! Before we wrap this up, I would like to shout out Jimmy L for being a Transformers Weekly reporter level member. If you would like the chance to hear your name mentioned here, become a Patreon or YouTube channel member and join our reporter tier. The links are in this video's description. With that said, thanks for watching this week's episode of Transformers Weekly. All of the sources will be in this video's description. If you have any comments or questions, please let us know. Also remember to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you wish to keep up to date on the latest Transformers news. I have been Anthony of HD Toys, and it is now time to rev up and roll out.